Welcome to the amazing world of modern scientific discoveries. In this video, you're going to observe and experience something no less than spectacular, something you always thought was impossible in this age. Yet, it's real and it's live. It's possible for us humans to actually travel back in time and see thousands of years in past alive. Mankind has always been curious about time travels, always wanting to travel, whether in future or in past. No wonder why we have always fantasized about traveling through time in Delorean time machine. Given the fact that it is already said that we only use less than 10% of our brains, it is believed if somehow we can increase its usage to more than 50%, the same machine might be capable of performing miracles. The way neurosciences have been progressing, it was always on the cards that this will soon become a reality. But unfortunately, neither the myth that we use less than 10% of our brain is true, nor has any neuroscientific advancement made it possible to increase brain capacity and power. Let's get to the science now. Let's get to the facts. Actually, we can simply use our own brain to look into billions of years in the past. The time it takes for light from stars and planets in space to reach our Earth means that when we look at these planets, stars and galaxies with our naked eyes, we are actually looking back in time. When we look up at the stars, we are actually looking back in time. The moment you look at a bright twinkling star in the night, you can see its brightness because the light was emitted by the star millions of miles away from Earth. And this light sometimes took millions of years of travel to reach down to Earth and finally hit your eyes, and then you were able to view it. So therefore, it was million years old light that reached you, and hence this light was a thing of past that reached you in a present moment. This light that just entered your eyes from these far away distant stars and planets had actually started off years ago, sometimes millennia earlier. So each time you look at something up there in the sky in the night, what you are doing is you're actually seeing as it was in the past. Some stars that you see now might not even be existing there by now, but they are still visible to our naked eyes, since their light reaches now after millions of years of traveling. So the science fiction in the movies and in stories has got it all wrong actually. We don't need any Delorean or any time machine to travel back in time, because our own eyes can do just fine. For instance, If you see the double cluster, this misty patch shining close together, these objects NGC 869 and NGC 884 are around 7,500 light years away from Earth. The light from their stars that reach it today had actually started to travel when humans on Earth were just beginning to learn how to farm and tame animals. What you see now is a 7,500 years old thing, alive. Let's look at another one, the Hercules cluster. This tiny faint smudge of light is M13, the Hercules cluster, a globular star cluster that contains hundreds of thousands of stars. They are incredible 23,000 light years away from us, and their dim light, which is now reaching us, actually set off during the last ice age. Unbelievable? You better believe it. This is usually visible to the eye on a dark night without moon, known as the Andromeda galaxy. It's a vast spiral galaxy which is more than 2.5 million light years away. So when we look at these stars, we are not just staring across a gulf of space, but we are traveling as far back in time when our Homo habilis ancestors were using stone tools while the UK was buried deep under sheets of ice.